From our ear to our toes, there are many body parts that make us uniquely special, and all of them are characters used for biometric authentication. Biometric refers to metrics related to human characteristics. Biometric authentication is used in computer science as a form of identification and access control. It is also used to identify individuals in groups that are under surveillance. Biometric identifiers are the distinctive, measurable characteristics used to label and describe individuals. Biometric identifiers are often characterized as physiological versus behavioral characteristics. Physiological characteristics are related to the shape of the body. Examples include retina, fingerprint, palm veins, face recognition, iris recognition, DNA, palm print, and odor of scent. Behavioral characteristics are related to pattern of behavior of a person, including gait, voice, and typing rhythm. Now let's see how a human trait is selected for biometrics. Jane et al. Identified 7 such factors to be used when assessing the sustainability of any trait for use in biometric authentication. First one is universality, which means that every person using a system should possess the trait. Then uniqueness, which means the trait should be sufficiently different for individuals and the relevant population such that they can be distinguished from one another. Permanence relates to the manners in which a trait varies over time. More specifically, a trait with good permanence will be reasonably invariant over time with respect to the specific matching algorithm. Measurability relates to the ease of acquisition or measurement of the trait. In addition, acquired data should be in a form that permits subsequent processing and extraction of the relevant feature sets. While performance relates to the accuracy, speed, and robustness of technology used. Acceptability relates to how well individuals in the relevant population accept the technology, such that they are willing to have their biometric trait captured and assessed. And finally, circumvention relates to the ease with which a trait might be imitated using an artifact or substitute. The most commonly used trait is fingerprint. Fingerprint machines are very common nowadays, but it has some drawbacks. Who could forget the scene from the movie Double Team, where an imprisoned Jean-Claude Van Damme scrapes the skin off his index finger, attaches it to an impromptu mechanical contraption, and booby-traps it to hit the scanner at precisely the scheduled time each morning, so that his captors don't notice his escape. Iris scanning is the most accurate, with an average of approximately 250 distinctive characteristics in an iris. However, given the complexity of the process, it's also the most costly, and its accuracy depends on the cooperation of the subject. For example, criminals have been known to use eye drop to dilate their pupil, thus masking the majority of their iris. If you watch the movie Minority Report, then you must know that Tom Cruise goes to a black market doctor for a risky eye transplant so as to successfully avoid the citywide optical recognition system. Face recognition is technically the least intrusive, as faces can be scanned at a distance by surveillance cameras. Although this also poses privacy issues, but its accuracy varies greatly according to light and exposure, etc. Fingerprints are not most trusted as many techniques have been developed to forge this method. As we've seen that pupil can be dilated, masking the effect of iris and face recognition accuracy also varies greatly according to light and exposure, so these traits have some drawbacks and are not the most accurate ones. Hence, in this project, our focus is on tongue, ear, and gait patterns, which are the advanced biometric traits. Just like unique fingerprints, humans also possess a unique tongue print. Everyone has a unique tongue print, and research on a 3D imaging machine is being developed and tested. Now let's see why tongue can be used for biometrics. First of all, it is well protected in the mouth. It is difficult to forge. The tongue also presents both geometric shape information and physiological texture information, which are potentially useful in identity verification applications. Some researchers have made algorithms and scanners and trying to implement it in practical use. A biometric scanning device for tongue print has been made. It detects following factors of tongue, which are shape of tongue, color and coating, texture, where the nerves are located, thickness, wetness, and length. The scanner works in 6 steps. First of all, a scanning device is set up before a door or an entrance gate. The scanner will ask a person to stick out the tongue, then detect the specific 3D shape of tongue and scans an image. The scanner scans data in 2 to 3 seconds. Then it searches its data, it compares the image with the images already present in it, If it is the right person, the door will open immediately for him. We used following methodology for analyzing tongue samples. First of all, we collected tongue samples from different people. Then we analyzed them thoroughly to observe any change in them. We got our results, and finally we compared our results with other researchers. These are all the samples we collected from different people in the university. In the next step, we analyzed the samples on the basis of shape, length, color, width, nerves, veins, or discoloration on the tongue. These are different shapes of tongue. We analyzed our samples with rounded and pointed tongues. Some people had rounded and some had pointed tongues, while others had some other distinct shape. Then we analyzed the samples on the basis of their texture. Every person had a different texture of tongue, and most commonly they differ in the texture of pungiform papillae, filiform papillae, and medial sulcus of the tongue. As you can clearly view in these samples, that they differ greatly in their texture. Finally, we analyzed the samples on the basis of pigmentation on tongue. Have you ever wondered why every time when you're sick and go to the physician, he asks you to stick out your tongue? This is because they analyze the pigmentation of your tongue, as this pigmentation is very important means of diagnosing the diseases. You can see the different types of pigmentation in our samples. We found out that samples mostly differed on basis of shape. Then we characterized them into round, pointed, oval, or irregular shaped tongue. The samples also differed on the basis of color. There were following colors of samples: light pink, dark pink, pale, and grayish color. Then some samples had different type of texture. Some tongues were smooth, while some had rough appearance. Some tongues had patches of white, yellow, and orange color. The research of scientists had already explained that tongue print of each person is different from another individual. As we were using very basic approach toward observing samples, so we just got observed difference in tongue shape, color, and patches on it. We were lacking scanners which are used in making 3D images of tongue, so we could not observe wetness and nerve patterns, etc. The second feature that we have selected for identification of an individual is ear. Mark Nixon says that when you're born, your ear is fully formed. The lobe descends a little, but overall it stays the same. It's a great way to identify people. Nixon and his team have pursued blue sky research effort and created the highly capable image ray transform algorithm. The technology can identify an ear time after time with 99.6% accuracy. And according to a study presented at the 4th International Conference on Biometrics, the outer ear may prove to be one of the most accurate and least intrusive way to identify people. Our analysis involved the collection of samples of ear of different people so that we could analyze how they differ from each other. The ear of one person differ from other on the basis of helix rib, lobule, antihelix, concha, antitragus, cross of helix, triangular fossa, incisures intertragica. Let's analyze these three samples of ear on the basis of difference in their helix rim and antihelix structure. You can see clearly that they differ greatly in terms of their helix rim and antihelix structure. These samples are being analyzed on the basis of difference in the lobule and triangular fossa of external ear. Similarly, all other samples differed in all the structures of the external ear, which prove that all the individuals have different ear patterns, which make them unique in 7.5 billion. As the scientists perform the work on the higher level, they have all the facilities like best instruments, resources, financial resources, access, and knowledge of previous records, so their results are more accurate as compared to ours. And scientists have also confirmed that ears can be used for bio-identification of humans. As each person has different ear patterns, so our project also focuses on these findings, but on a smaller level. The third trait we chose for our analysis is the gait. Human gait is defined as bipedal, biphasic forward propulsion of center of gravity of the human body, in which there are alternate sinus movements of different segments of the body with least expenditure of energy. From early medical studies, it appears that there are 24 different components to human gait, and that if all gait movements are considered, gait is unique. An alternative classification of gait involves the 8 phases: initial contact, loading response, mid-stance, terminal stance, pre-swing, initial swing, mid-swing, and late swing. A system has been made for gait analysis. It is a sequence of three base algorithms: detection, extraction, and recognition. Detection. Detecting and tracking humans from a video sequence is the first step in gait recognition, where an individual is actually spotted walking. Given a video sequence from a static camera, this module detects and tracks the moving silhouettes. Extraction. Targeted elements of gait are collected from the individuals in question. In this step, it helps to have the background be as simple as possible, and extra attention should be paid to selection of an appropriate viewpoint. Recognition. Recently extracted samples are compared to the entries stored in a central database. Such systems have a large amount of potential application in airports, banks, or other high security areas. First step was the collection of gait samples. We recorded gait patterns of some people in the university by shooting a video so that their gaits can be analyzed. In the next step, we analyzed our samples. Gait of people differ on the basis of following factors: difference in limb movement patterns, overall velocity, forces, kinetic and potential energy cycles, changes in the contact with the surface. We analyzed the samples on basis of difference in limb pattern, force, and velocity. This is a still from the video we recorded. In this picture, we analyzed the gait patterns of these two persons. It can be seen clearly that the gait of these two persons differ from each other as indicated by red and yellow lines. This is another example showing the difference in the gait of different people. Hence, these results clearly showed that gait of every person is different from others. Finally, we compared our results with other scientists. The researchers had used objective methods for gait analysis, which are following: video analysis, treadmill electronic and computerized apparatus, electronic pedometers, satellite positioning system, 10-meter walking test, 6-minute walking test, 2-minute walking test, dynamic gait index. Our results were very different from that of others because they had used complex procedures and systems. Now let's see the importance of tongue, ear, and gait patterns. The tongue biometrics can be used for identification of criminals. The use of TRSA in the ATM transaction allows more security. For the access to the account in the bank allows to keep definitive and auditable records of account access by employee and customers. Internet-based account access is already widely used in many places. The inclusion of TRSA will make more secure this type of transactions from home. The biometrics are used to control a secure access of the employees to the hospital network, primarily in order to protect the patient information. TRSA can help airport to use biometrics to control the physical access of employees to secure areas. The use of TRSA can prevent the emission of multiple passports for the same person and also facilitate the identification at the airports and borders. The ear houses the smallest bones in the human body. That would be quite difficult for cyber criminals to duplicate. It also contains the membranes that allow the sense of hearing. In addition, it can be used to measure temperature, blood flow, heart rate, and glucose levels. Gait can be seen as advantageous.